Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday Fortnite 2019, week number 3. Now,
props, I would have to say, only because we've seen a lot of tournament lives end here. I keep saying it over and over again. One of the top 3 places that I do not like landing at, only because of how
impressive run, but it's been this aggression. It's been this high octane gameplay that has seen them a lot of success. On the opposite end, though, it is going to be only success right here for MITR0 as he picks up 2 on the other end. Airwaks already down for the count.
Man, that's going to be a tough break. We've seen Gotaga, though, clutch up in the past, and this is his moment.
How this first set goes through. Gotaga has to stay alive in order for this to really be a possibility, and unfortunately, he ends up getting taken down as we have deemed Pleasant Park one of the worst places to go.
Mountain, they're going to be, of course, using one of these rifts, but in the meantime, they're going to try and get a quick snipe, easy snipe with the heavy to the chest. And down just behind him as well, as they know, and MITR0 is going to drop it. How many times have we seen the situation? MONGRAAL always comes in clutch, and as I say that, it will take some damage. He's going to get the full elim, but he's also got to be aware, not only the players close to him, but the players who were flying in just out of the storm behind him. But yeah, he's going to go in and get the res. He knows the other players are located down. It's something you have to, put into effect.
That's a great point that you bring up, Taylor. I mean, like I said, like there was a big breather, right? That Airwaks and Gotaga had to make. People getting past typical Gamer and Thieves. It went down to an overtime game, and we took them down and barely really had any negatives in our case. So I think that only helps build, knowing that you just
backed up just a little bit, though. This is going to be a big hit, but is it going to be enough to silence MONGRAAL and MITR0? But yes, MITR0 will go down. MONGRAAL now having to come in.
Situation for this guy right now. Fires through, goes for the edit, and wants the walls, but unfortunately is the trap going to come through? The enemy thought he had the paper and pin out, but no. It's MONGRAAL's doing the tips to his name as well. Up close and personal, and here come the traps, taking a picture, or taking a page, rather, out of Cypher's book. Lovely work coming through from MONGRAAL still.
About 6 games for them to make that they have yet to do. They can rest easy on that. They did get a knock earlier. There's an outright elim right there.
I love his movements.
Another knock. Why not? At this point, I'm convinced that this team can do anything at this point.
You know, without question. And he is just so nasty, and he doesn't miss a beat, and that's why I love watching MONGRAAL, just because of how mechanical.
I don't know how Gotaga and Airwaks are going to deal with it, and are they willing to try and separate? That's my big question as well. Are they willing to, despite this deficit, try to move forward, or are they realizing, hey, maybe this game's kind of out of our reach, we'll hope that MONGRAAL and MITR0 fall, but we're not going to try to make sure that we get out too early on. It's a lot to think about. And I am curious to see how these opening breaks will go off. A lot of players already in the line sight of the French sniper himself. Mr. Airwaks already taking down at least 2 off the break. Knockdown.
Difference between the two, but man, getting tagged him quite a bit. 25 health. Edits coming through. Comes around. And now it's back up to Gotaga once again.
A great point. That's something that I was going to mention as well, as there goes Gotaga. Congratulations, MITR0 MONGRAAL. You've walked away with series number 1 just like that. That's a great point, right? For me, like, in that situation, if you are not going to split and you know how,
a single mistake, a slip up at any point, I'll go so far as to say that if one of them goes down early in this game, even if they get the revive, they will lose entirely too much momentum to keep up as we get into set 2 here of Friday Fortnite Grand Finals.
In fact, we will. Map 1, breaking it off. MONGRAAL, MITR0. This game 1 possesses a lot of weight. One team seeing a lot of success. The other beginning to struggle. Gotaga up close. No problems. Doesn't even take any HP loss in that particular situation. For the other side, though, Airwaks already dropped back-to-back-to-back maps. Taken down at the beginning. The French sniper has yet to see a lot of success recently, and now it is all on Gotaga. This makes everything absolutely goes in MITR0 and MONGRAAL's position.
This is a tough one, to say the least. Gotaga has to go clutch. He has to go
Gonna need a second life and then some more here. Finally back now. We're gonna hear the honk. That means it is time to move out a team. Really makes it easier for our team right here, the Heroes, as they continue to just pummel elims and all these poor players who are having a really rough go of it today.
Oh my goodness, just continually dominating the competition and even showing Pleasant Park, you know what, we watched you guys struggle and it's a hot zone, and we're only going to see more and more success. Phenomenal stuff coming in from these two. Like we said, a positive for Gotaga. The fact that he can get Airwaks up.
Only 1 build to his name. Snipe on the roof. He manages to get it now. Focuses his attention to only 1 build. I've got to be worried because he can't even, honestly,
Oh,
if he
no.
builds one ramp or one wall, he's not even going to be able to use that launch pad to get out of there. 27 health. He's going
Spectrum to the total opposite. We're seeing Mongrel taking down players in sequence, and there is 2, about to be the 3rd, maybe even a 4th that was taken down prior. And yeah, these are all knocks. The 4th one remains most likely at the top of this Sky platform. And you hear them calling out saying, did we take him out? Well, we've kind of got our hands full, as this should be easy pickings. Inside of the builds, a decent plan of attack for the opponent, but not one that is going to the arsenal. If you can add that toward the trophy case, is up close. MITR0 dropping yet again another player, up to 9 eliminations in the most odd places. You like up top, going for a few of the jumps, and thankfully that position, that little bit of a misstep, isn't going to matter whatsoever.
That guy's thinking, like, I don't even know what just happened. I thought I was getting outplayed.
Wow.
Such a clutch shadow bomb to save himself from the fall damage. And, man, just such quick reactions as he's constantly
already back in his arsenal, already back in his own inventory, joins back inside the 1v1, or rather in the builds, and says thank you so much for the free resources. Thanks for all the
back for maybe one of the final players. As meanwhile, though, phenomenal work coming out. This is going to be the last guy, and heads up play coming out from Airwaks to solidify the final 2 eliminations. And I do know MONGRAAL and MITR0, they're going to have the lead so far, but man, I got to say, Gotaga, as well as they've been playing, and that's an unfortunate thing. You cannot afford to do
they're
that.
going toward Pleasant.
I don't like this Pleasant part. Come on, why? And honestly, MONGRAAL and MITR0, they need to drop early if Gotaga and Airwaks want a chance here. So if MONGRAAL and MITR0, honestly, I'm kind of feeling if this is a rough start, this could be tough.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Airwaks, he's already getting us started. He's going to get 1 elim. Not a bad way to get it going. Plus, he's going to have a slurp. And a split does happen. Plus, he's going to have a slurp. And a split does happen. So, right, taking over the ship and also coming into the first house is going to be Gotaga. And a phenomenal start from him as well. That's going to be 2 elims.
Here's the opening that you want.
On the attack. Meanwhile, Gotaga is going to get an elimination himself. MONGRAAL followed up with an answer back. That player is going to be knocked, but taking some damage.
Wow.
Still going to be okay. He does have some shield, and the player is going to get elim. 4 eliminations into the hands of MITR0. MONGRAAL with a couple himself. Neo tilted effectively won, ladies and gentlemen. And now I did hear Gotaga is going to go down, and now Airwaks. This is the moment he has to shine. We talked about the rocky starts that needed to be improved. Gotaga's been the one saving the lives, at least whenever it comes to Airwaks. Now Airwaks has to return the favor. Nice, he's able to get it landed.
Whew. I was going to say, that's new life, right? If he dies, if he gets eliminated, it's over. Tournament's done. It's the fact that Gotaga
To jump on this soccer skin as they go for the drop. Not only will you get a couple elims from this, you could potentially get a drop as well, which could contain a nice weapon, and that is exactly what Airwaks needs, right? He only has a blue tack as well as a gray AR, not the best of inventories, but players with elims also comes laden with gifts and a nice sizable inventory as well. That's 2 knocks. That's very encouraging for the fact that I only thought there was going to be 2 here. There might be a potential 4.
Oh my gosh, yeah, there could be. Like I said, these are only knocks. There's
Yes,
or
he
maybe
is.
another nail in the coffin.
Oh, another player up ahead. Player will get dropped for the meantime. That's only going to be a knock. More players still to come. And I know
He has the combat ready to go. He's also got that trusty heavy sniper, which allows him to get through enemy builds, enemy resources. And here comes the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
The idea from the player was definitely notable. The flint knock strategy to try to take the high ground, but unfortunately MONGRAAL was ever too smart. He was elimination for him. And look at this. Gotaga down for the count. He is officially eliminated, and now it comes down to Airwaks yet again. The first Friday Fortnite for this young player. And can he do it again? Can the French sniper come through in a veteran-like moment? It's his rookie time. But now is the chance. Now is the opportunity. Has to go through the build. He needs this elimination. Low on HP, 25 to be exact. Needs these edits. He's starting to feel the pressure, but he makes the shot land. He's now up to 7. But unfortunately for Gotaga, he's nowhere to be seen since they talk about MONGRAAL MITR0. They find 2 more. This one's done.
That's it. That is how the math works right now. All they're doing is trying to find anybody, anywhere, anytime. There's only so much building you can do. There goes a knock.
That's phenomenal. 1 knock comes into play. That's another one added to MONGRAAL's as well. If they were able to solidify at least 4 elims, it's going to be mathematically impossible for Airwaks to take this. Another one comes into possession of MITR0. MONGRAAL trying to answer up as well, potentially taking over the victory.
Oh, and they spot someone just on the backside of these pallets. He has no idea this is coming. Oh no, another elim comes through. And if you are at this moment, Gotaga, if you're Airwaks, your confidence is starting to be lost. At the same time, though, MITR0 losing some HP. Is this a victory lap, or is this the final one that they'll come through with? It looks as if the trap might have landed, but I don't believe.
Kind of pursue ahead of MONGRAAL MITR0, but the final engagement's going down, and it is going to be Airwaks finding the bush. He gets that elim, but I don't think it's going to be enough, ladies and gentlemen. MONGRAAL and MITR0 are going to win week number 3 of Friday Fortnite. The second time for MONGRAAL, the first time for MITR0. You love to see it, but what a